Hello guys, today I'm going to take a look at this John Deere steerable mower conditioner, and I had it going last year. I was controlling it directly from the tractor, so I had a servo signal coming out the back of the tractor and I just plugged in the battery and the servo signal and that controlled it. The problem with that idea is that you've only one servo signal coming out the back of your tractor, but you could have multiple attachments that need different servos, and the limits of each of your servos in your different attachments are different. So your one servo signal won't work properly for all your attachments. So what I'm going to do, and I've done this in my trailers and everything else, is just put an Arduino into the attachment. It will know the limits for this servo in this attachment. So you just send the serial command with the measurement of your potentiometer, and it adjusts according to that value. There's been a couple of different versions of this, but the current one is really simple. It's just 3 AAA batteries, a 3.3 volt regulator, and a servo. There's absolutely no other controls in it. I had just thrown this together as a battery pack, and just a little some kind of interesting battery pack, I guess, because I had it steering, and I'd only put it together so that I could bring it along to the Monaghan Toy Show last year, where I met up with the Moneydara Farm and Agri contractors. So it was just a battery pack for that. But now I'm going to change it so that it's using a 3.7 volt LiPo. I'm going to include the Arduino to properly control the servo, and I've 3D printed a little piece here that's going to kind of use these 2 mounting screws here to fix everything in place. It's going to fix the servo firmly in place, because at the minute the servo moves. I'm not sure if you can see that on the camera. Yeah, there's a little bit of play in the servo, which means when you try to pull away, there's too much play in this, or too much play in the arm. As well as that, I need to get rid of some plate that's in this little bolt here. So once I've all that sorted out, hopefully it'll be a pretty good model. So first thing I need to do is just take it apart. I had done all this with temporary connectors because I hadn't intended to redo this at some stage, so it should be all pretty simple. There was nothing in that, just the batteries and the voltage regulator. Well, we're off to a good start. The 2 holes that I printed here on this piece have lined up perfectly. Now I need to mount the servo to this little bracket, but to do that I need to take more of the model apart, because I need access to the top of the servo to unscrew the little servo arm there. So that actually means unscrewing pretty much the whole model. So that's the model apart. I'll sort out the mounting points for the servo, and also sort out some sort of connecting rod to go from here to the servo arm. I'll probably just 3D print something for that. It's all back together now. You can see I 3D printed a little connecting rod to go from this point here to the servo arm. And our servo is now connected to the little frame. Our battery is in place. It's all wired up. The ground is wired to the Arduino. The positive goes to the switch. Then the other end of the switch comes back to the servo and also to the Arduino. So that's the power sorted out. The wires that go to the tractor, the ground and positive are connected directly to the battery, and the third wire is the UART signal, the serial signal. So that comes in here and goes to the RX pin of the Arduino. So that's the receive pin. Then I connected the servo signal wire to pin 8 of the Arduino, and that's it. All that happens is the tractor sends the code with the position you want the servo at, and the servo moves. So I'll hook it up behind the Massey and I'll show you it working. Oh, one last thing. These little arms won't stay up. I can't remember if that is just the way the model is, or whether mine is just really worn out, because I've had this quite a long time. But I've just 3D printed these little spacer things just to hold the bottom of the mower off the ground while I'm driving around. So now we're hooked up behind the Massey, it's over there, and I'm just going to show you how it works. So let's say you drive into your field and you want to kind of drop your mower. You can just lower your lifting arms on your tractor, and that lowers the front of the mower, because on this particular model it's not going into the tow hook. It's actually connected to the link arms, so you can lift it up and down without losing the load. So then when you're happy with that, or you want to steer into your field, you just change the servo position. So it's all very simple. So that's all there is in the steerable mower. It's a very simple build, but it's pretty enjoyable trying to steer the model in through gaps in your diorama and stuff like that. So it adds a good bit to your RC tractor. So if you liked that video, make sure and hit the like button and the share button and all that stuff. And if you have any comments and suggestions below the video, or head over to the forum. And that's pretty much everything. So thanks very much for watching.